So now you're feeling pretty good. And remember, no timeouts here for OKC, so they couldn't advance the ball. And just like that, the Dallas Mavericks go back to their second conference finals in the last 3 years. But I was thinking that because Richard, he hit ball first, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander did in the corner, then the continuation would make it so it wasn't a foul. Am I wrong?
No, look, obviously you didn't go to referee school like I did, so you don't understand this stuff. No, I'm honestly, we needed explanations of this. And because it was very quick and you don't have a lot of time to talk about it. So when the ball's in your hands, when you go to shoot it, if you get the ball first, if you get ball first, and then it follows through on the wrist, that's fine. That's fine, because you got the ball first.
But that's not what happened.
That's not what happened. He got ball first. P.J. Washington double pumped, and then as the ball is about to be released, he's on his arm. So the foul occurred on the double pump and then the release. So there were two different plays, and it's very technical, it's very small. And shout out the referees. They called it right, reviewed it, got it right. And shout out, again, we're doing lots of shout outs like I'm DJ Clue. This is look, the fact that Shai was like, I shouldn't have fouled him, I don't need to watch it, they reviewed it, he knew what it was. And so I have a lot of respect for the way he handled that press conference in a very difficult moment.
Hint, hint, wink, wink.
Yeah, we're not looking at anyone else.
Man.
Here's just a video one more time to look at what Richard is talking about. So Shai, it's just one of those mistakes that you make that you wish you didn't.
Now watch this right here. Not a foul. Now that's the foul.
The arm
because of the double clutch.
And
so you got to give a lot to P.J. Washington right there. Not a foul, right there. Now the ball's being released. You can do that.
Huge free throws. P.J. Washington sealed the game there. But Kyrie Irving, his leadership has been on full display this entire series. It's really been impressive to watch. He told me that this was emotional for him after the win. I want to take a listen to Kyrie in the locker room after the Mavericks sealed the series.
I think today we should enjoy this win. Big respect to OKC. They have an amazing team. They're very young, but they seem very experienced. Obviously, Shai, it's amazing the way he plays. So big respect to them. So today we're going to celebrate this. And then tomorrow we're going to rest.
Kyrie, a couple months ago, you talked about the D grade that ESPN gave y'all. Could y'all talk about just... Yeah, they gave him a D rating for the trade from the Nets. So could y'all...
Hey, man.
Yeah, I wanted to ask y'all how...
into All-Star game to be
How does it feel to prove the doubters wrong?
I don't think we care.
You know what? Teachers always give you a chance. You remember when you got a D and they're like, well, you can come back for extra credit and improve your grade? Some grades were improved. It's safe to say the trade, the D that it got in retrospect, maybe not, because Saturday's clincher improved Kyrie Irving's record to 14-0. In potential series clinching games. It's the most wins without a loss in NBA history. Richard, you were on the court for probably the
King
most
of the
important one of those. So let's play a little fill in the blank, right? I'm going to read you a partial statement. We're going to complete the sentence, just like English class, and we're not going to get any D's here. So we're going to start with the Mavs backcourt, Janae. The Kyrie and Luka duo is what?
Evolving.
Okay.
Because if you watch the Dallas Mavericks at the end of the season, you're like, oh, this is a duo that gives you 60 points per game. But what you're seeing is this is the first time I've ever witnessed Kyrie Irving in clutch time situations, apart from like closing games, defer over the course of the entire game. To me, that's so important to their success. Because if they had two alphas at all times, I don't think it worked. You saw that hug that they had after they won. That to me showed that the chemistry is there, the cohesion, the belief, and Kyrie being able to take on other assignments other than scoring. His defense was integral. His playmaking was integral. His leadership from once he stepped into Dallas was important because he had guys practicing before, staying late. That's why they're in the Western Conference Finals.
So they are evolving, but Perk, are they the best duo left in these NBA playoffs?
I wouldn't say the best. I would say the most dangerous duo, just because of all the points that Shanae just talked about, especially the point of leadership, right? And deferring to others. We have witnessed over these playoffs the emergence of Derek Lively. He's been spectacular. Daniel Gafford, he's been putting on the show in his minutes. P.J. Washington has become like a part of their big three, if you would say, right? We see the kid Jones, right? He's producing, and it's the trust from Kyrie and Luka knowing that, hey, we could go out there and get ours, but the way that teams are going to play us, we're going to need these guys. We're going to need these guys to make shots. We're going to need these guys to finish around the basket, and we're going to need these guys to defend, especially our bigs. And it's an old unwritten rule. If you get a big involved early, they're going to do everything in their power to protect you defensively, and that's what we've been seeing.
around and try to boast at what I look like. Think I'm gonna try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA on the ESPN.